Yo, what up, is Don?
Sammy here.
Soul Brothers back up in it. How you guys doing? Let's get a little comparison.
Yes, sir.
New Kyrie is out, Kyrie 5. Let's take a look at the 4 in comparison. See what the differences are.
This is basically the same colorway too.
Yeah.
This is Black Magic. That was called Black Ice, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Black Magic. I don't remember, but basically the same colorway. $10 price difference. The Kyrie 4 was 120 bucks. The Kyrie 5 is 130. And let's compare it right now.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the Tracciones.
Yeah, the Kyrie 4, you have the zigzag maze line pattern. It's a weird pattern, but it works very well. A little break-in time needed, but once you do that, it's solid, pretty soft rubber, so durability isn't fantastic, especially for outdoor use. Even
indoors, it wears out. The Kyrie 5 seems a little bit more durable. The lines it feels a little bit harder as well. But it moves a little bit, or I guess like just as much, but feels like more sturdy, you know? So it doesn't look like it's gonna wear out as fast as the Kyrie 4s. As of right now, I have no idea of the traction, like performance-wise, of the Kyrie 5, but I do like the overall pattern of the outsole because, you know, it moves in, I guess, perpendicular, like the rubber. So like once you do a lateral movement, then it moves with the rubber kind of moves with that movement. And also, if you're going forward, you have like these lines as well here that move with that forward movement as well. So I feel like the Kyrie 5 is going to be a good traction pattern, but it also feels a little bit more durable, like I just said. Outsole curvature though, it's a little bit hard to show on camera. I was trying to film it and stuff, but you see that the Kyrie 5 is a little bit flatter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
The Kyrie 5 is a little bit flatter, so I don't know, man. It's kind of more like the Kyrie 1. You know, like the 2, 3, 4 was like pretty damn rounded, and you can really get like there was really no resistance. You know, so you just kind of like wanted to go this way. But the Kyrie 5, it's a little bit more rounded and a little bit more more bulged out. I would say, you know, like the Kyrie 4, this is like right against your foot. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like the Kyrie 5, it like bulges out a little bit more. Does that kind of make sense? But it's a little bit more, I guess, edgy, a little bit more flatter as well. So it's a little bit hard to, you know, go on, I guess, the outsole curvature for crosses. But once you get over a certain point, it goes over. And the Kyrie 4 doesn't really, you only have this little tooth that goes up, and you know what I'm saying? But the Kyrie 5, it really goes up. Like, it goes up a lot. So it's all personal preference, but I kind of like the Kyrie 5 a little bit better. I like it a little bit more edged out. But anyways, there's that. Yeah,
the cushion, they switched up quite a bit also. Like in the 4, they have Cushlon, which is real nice. We love it. And there is a zoom unit in the heel. You can't feel that at all. But the Cushlon is actually somewhat soft, especially for, you know, past Kyrie models, which are pretty much rock solid usually. But in the 5, they switch it up.
Yeah, the 5, there is a little bit of compression. You see the compression marks? The 3 and the 2, really no compression. Very hard, rock solid. So I would say the heel compression is in the middle of the Kyrie 4 and the Kyrie 3 and 2. You know what I'm saying? So not as soft as the Cushlon, but not as hard as the Kyrie 2 or 3, you know? Which is, I guess, kind of a good medium. The insole is super nice. The Kyrie 4 insole sucks. You know, it's not super thin, but there's not a lot of, it doesn't feel like a memory foam, you know? But the Kyrie 5 feels like a memory foam. Feels really nice underneath your foot. There is that 4-foot zoom unit, which uses the Air Zoom Turbo, which is a new zoom unit. It's articulated. It's 8mm thick.
And hella wide.
Very wide, yeah, definitely. It basically takes up the entire, you know, 4 foot, you know? It's pretty crazy. Both the Kyrie 4 and the Kyrie 5 use a stick strobel board, so you can't really feel the zoom unit as much. The KD6, for example, uses a stiff strobel board, but like, it's kind of weird, like, you know, the zoom unit's outlined and you can really feel it. Hopefully it breaks in, the 4-foot zoom unit breaks in, but as of right now, I kind of like the Kyrie 4 cushion a little bit better, just because there's a little bit more heel compression. You know what I'm saying? Like, court feel and all that feel pretty damn similar. So there's that. Moving on to the materials.
Yeah, the actual material is pretty similar.
It's actually pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, it's like a tough, thin, strong EM.
Yes.
It'll break in, but it's definitely tough out the box.
Yeah.
But in the back half of this shoe, the 4, there's different materials. It's either usually a synthetic suede or a synthetic leather. Some of them run EM on the full length of the upper, but
yes.
The 5 is pretty similar aside from this strap.
Yeah, so also on the 5, the EM goes throughout the entire upper. The strap, what is this material? I guess it's kind of like a textile material that's been what do you call it, embossed with, like, I guess heat or something.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just a little flight trap strap that which we'll get into. But and also my homie, he works at Champs, and I have another homie that works at Foot Locker, and he told me there was a good amount of returns of the Kyrie 4 due to toe drags, or I don't know if it was obviously probably toe drags. He didn't say specifically, but he said it's because this suede material ripped off.
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
Yeah, so durability was an issue for that. But we play indoors, so we were okay, but there is just fuse here, which I think is a little bit better. Materials, I would say it's around the same. I don't really like the suede materials and stuff, but on the Kyrie 4 you have you know, the colorways that have the EM that goes throughout the entire upper. So materials, I would say I would just tie it up.
Yeah, the swoosh on the 4 is like a stitched thread.
Yes.
On both sides, which is actually kind of nice looking.
Yeah.
And then on the 5, it's the synthetic material, which isn't bad either.
I like it.
Just a different look, you know.
Yeah.
So
materials, we'll tie it up.
Yeah.
I guess now we'll get into the strap.
Yeah.
There is no strap on the 4.
Yeah.
But on the 5, you have this little strap. It's a nice little addition. Does it really do anything? I would say I definitely feel the flywire tighten on the lateral side, but I don't really feel the strap like going like this. You know, kind of like the PG 2.5 or the PG 1 with the flywire that goes underneath the actual mesh material. That really tightens on your forefoot. This, not as much. I can feel it just a little bit, but I can feel more of the flywire kind of like tightening up on the side of my foot. That's about it. But it's still pretty nice, and I feel like it'll help with lateral containment as well. But I don't really think like it does anything better than the Kyrie 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, once the material gets softer, it tightens a little bit more. We'll have to see once I break into Kyrie 5.
Yeah.
But you know, there's that. So fit, go true to size for both of them. They fit basically the same. You know, true to size. Width is slightly narrow, and so there's that. So if you know what size you were in the Kyrie 4, you'll know what size you are in the Kyrie 5.
I mean, it's not a versus video, but support and lockdown is probably going to be similar.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyrie's usually nasty with support.
I wonder which one's wider though. Yeah, see, if you see, the Kyrie 5 is a little bit wider. You see that? It's just a tad bit lighter. Wider, which is interesting. But anyways, there's that.
I wonder if it's a tad bit lighter
as well. So let's get into the weight. The Kyrie 5 is 12.9 ounces, and the Kyrie 4, we already weighed it for the last video. Ooh, same exact.
Same weight.
12.98. Interesting. Same exact weight. It feels really similar, dude. I mean, the EM is basically the same. Cushion is a little bit bulky because the midsole, traction, you know, all that outsole curvature. So if the traction of the Kyrie 5 is good, it's going to be a responsive shoe. Not the most minimal feeling shoe either, though. So there's that.
They did up the price.
Yes.
By $10, right?
I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know. We'll have to see. For the performance of the actual zoom unit, but there's that. I mean, the materials and all that didn't really change in the overall aesthetic, so
not much.
Yeah, I was looking forward to more of like a knit, nice ass knit, some React cushion or something, you know. But $10 more. Aesthetics, what do you think looks better? The 5, in my opinion. Yes, I love the 4, but 5 looks super sick. Tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. But anyways, that's just an initial comparison video. Tell us what you guys think will perform better, you know. But versus video will be coming soon, and performance review will be coming soon. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.